Yo, Real 92.3 Bootleg Kev. DJ Head is absent at the moment, but we got my guy Rittz. He is here. Put a crown on it. The album is out.
Yeah, man. Put a crown on it, bro.
It just feels very weird to interview you since I kind of like know everything that's going on with your life.
Right.
But, you know, I guess we can shoot the shit on camera.
Yeah, man. Let's fake it for the camera.
It's my guy right here.
Yeah, man.
Congratulations. 9 months sober?
9 months sober, man. Yeah.
I never thought you would be sober.
I never thought I'd see this day ever, man. It's crazy.
Yo, so what inspired you to clean up? I mean, I know, but for the people who don't know, I mean, if they listen to the album, there's a lot of stuff in there, but
Right.
But what exactly was like the breaking point where you were like, I got to go to rehab?
I think the breaking point was just everything fell apart. Lost everything. I lost all my money. I was basically losing my marriage, losing my management, which basically kind of my career. People wanted to stop working with me. At the end of the day, my happy drunk, fun years of drinking just turned into a big downward spiral, and it ended up in violence. So like the violence kind of made me like, yo, it's time to go to rehab and really get a grip and save your marriage, save your life, because it was one way. It was either death, jail, or something bad was going to happen. It was right around the corner. There was no doubt about it.
Well, now everybody knows that you and me are real close, and like when I would talk to other people in the industry or like bring your name up, people who we know, that I would say, acquaintances that we both know, they'd be like, yo, Rittz is dope, but like, did you ever feel like there was like a narrative out there that you were like, people were like, yeah, he's cool, but he's also a pain in the ass. Like, he's a mess.
Kind of. Like, well, my manager's Cinder, shout out to Cinder, he would tell me, that people, might not want to work with me. And I would think he was bullshitting, like, kind of like, yeah, you just want me to stop drinking and calm down so I'm less of a pain in your ass.
Right.
But then, I definitely developed a reputation, I'm sure, of being a wild guy to be around. And for me, I'm doing it not realizing it. Right now, like normally I'd have a bottle in my pocket and take a drink
100%.
out of the bottle right now. And I would think it's normal. But now that I've been sober, looking around, seeing somebody pull a bottle out of their pocket, I'm like, whoa, we kind of getting drunk, ain't you?
You're a little wild over here.
Right. And it was such a normal thing for me. So, yeah, I'm sure people were apprehensive to hang out. I say this, though. The people that were apprehensive to hang out with me drinking before are the same people now that I'm not drinking that want to have a drink in front of me. It's like, yo, you were scared to drink with me before, but now you want to drink. Yeah. But I probably had a little bit of a reputation.
Now, have you been close to, obviously relapsing is a hard thing to deal with. Has there been any instances where you felt like you were close to jumping off the wagon? I think deep in my heart, I know I won't do it. But there's been some days where I've been tested, and it happens at weird times too. It's not like I'm like if I'm in, we out here in LA right now. I was in a casino last night. I'm actually staying in a casino out here. Vegas, you would think would be hard, but it's not. It's like in the middle of nowhere. You might see like a Mexican restaurant or a hotel. Hotel restaurants really get me a lot. Right.
The beer aisle at the grocery store. But they come and go. It's a temptation, and what it is with me is a physical. My mouth waters. So when that happens, you just kind of got to walk through it. So when I see an alcohol aisle, I just walk through it and try to look the other way. But there has been a couple of days where I've sat there mad and just stood there like, like this is the day I'm gonna do it. But
now you always in your music been extremely open about the drug use that you partake in, whether it's coke or speed or whatever.
Right.
Is that a lot easier to wing yourself off of than the alcohol?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I never really wanted any of that unless I was drinking.
It was almost like recreational.
Yeah, it's an equalizer. So if you get too drunk, I take Xanax for anxiety.
Right.
So you get too drunk on the Xanax, then you put a little something else, you balance out. But all that does is keep you going all night and being able to drink bottles and bottles and bottles and bottles. But yeah, I forgot what the original question was.
No, I was just saying, like, I guess it's easier to get off that stuff than.
Yeah, for sure. I guess it depends. For me, alcohol is my thing. For other people, it's different. The Xanax was very hard for me. And I still have a prescription, and I'll still take one for emergencies. But that was really hard. I think that caused the most medication. I mean, when I went into rehab, that caused the most withdrawals and the weird feelings. When I went into rehab, they put you in a detox. So you detox out for like 7 days. And they moved me up like 3 or 4 days. They thought I was fine. But I think I had so much alcohol in my body for like doing it for so many years. I didn't start detoxing until 2 weeks in.
Wow.
So I'm in the middle of a group session, like
shaking.
My nerves are going out. I'm feeling like I'm about to piss myself. It's just embarrassing. It was like, it was a, man, talk about a humbling experience.
Okay, so last time you were here, Last Call had just dropped.
Yeah.
Obviously, your last album on Strange Music.
Yep.
I know that you kind of touch on a little bit of the Strange situation on the project.
Yeah. Sure.
You just did Red Rocks with the Strange Family,
yeah,
which was sold out, looked crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I know that we've never really talked about this on camera. There was a point in time where you were extremely frustrated with Strange.
Right.
What in hindsight, what do you feel like you were frustrated for good reason, and what was kind of the source of that frustration?
Well, I feel like I definitely was frustrated for a good reason. You know, I've been saying this lately, and shout out first of all to Strange Music, Travis O'Gwen, Tech Nine, everybody over there. I love those guys to death. The thing is, artists, you know this, artists and label. You know, some of the fans.
Yeah, I mean, I know why. I know all of this shit.
No, I'm saying, but to the viewers, you know, fans don't realize that the artist and the label wants what they get out the artist, and the artist wants what they can out of the label.
It's a business transaction.
It's a business transaction. At the end of the day, you're really kind of against each other. One's trying to pull money off one, and one's trying to figure out why I'm not making any money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so it's not really specific to Strange Music. It could happen with anyone that you sign to, but I learned a lot, you know, I mean, about like statements and just seeing how much money spent on things and not knowing or being left in the dark or animosity. And you know, the times that I was upset with Strange Music was about, and it wasn't anything to be like crazy upset about. It was just like, I was new to the business.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like not getting a statement is showing how much, you know, you're getting, your videos are getting, how much they cost, how much is going against your album budget. So you recoup against that budget and you make money back. So just issues, technical issues like that happened. And I made a mistake. And I went on stage and I started, you know, releasing my frustrations. Yeah, so that was my mistake. I should have went directly to them and I did go to that. So since I didn't get any lists, you know, didn't get anything back from that, I went ahead on stage. That was my bad. That was a bitch ass move on my part. I shouldn't have did that. So that wasn't warranted for that to happen to them. But that is what happened. And at the end of the day, man, I could set business aside and say, look, man, I like Travis O'Gwen. Like, I got love for him. I love Tech Nine. Like, so at the end of the day, business is business. That's what happened.
Everybody says that, like, Tech kind of, like, keeps himself out of that area of the business, right? To where, like...
Yes. So it's not... Yes, Tech is... you know, it's like my manager, Cinder. Cinder handles a lot of my business stuff, and I'm the artist.
Like, he could be the dick, and then...
Exactly.
Man, Cinder's hitting me for 10 grand for this feature, man. Come on, Rittz.
You know, Tech Nine's the face of Strange Music, and Travis O'Gwen is, I believe, has a little bit more control. And
yeah, I mean, I got a lot of... Obviously, got a lot of love for Tech, a lot of love for Travis, man. Strange's fam. I do feel like they haven't ever had an artist like you and don't currently have one like you, as far as somebody who can take a lot of the burden of that Tech. He's holding up the label. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you know, Chris and Seth's crew and those guys, you know, I'm sure they're doing their thing. I mean, obviously, Chris is our family. You know, I know he just went through a situation too. But I do feel like when you were there, it was like, oh shit, they got like, you were selling a shit ton of albums, man.
Yeah, you know, I think that's where my original frustration was from, because I was thinking, and like I said, let me reinstate again, this is not a beef between Tech Nine, Strange Music. I love those guys.
No, those guys are family. No, we're just having a conversation.
Clearing it up. And I think people need to know this, you know. It's just like when I first came out and Switched Lanes, had a good run and was making some moves, and you know, you have to put money behind stuff like that to make moves. And when I had the buzz going, and it just got yanked, and I've never been featured on a Tech Nine album ever. That really never made sense to me at all. Because I feel like if I had an artist that I signed that was selling records and was really good for my label and a good look, I'd put them on a single, put them on whatever. But I really wasn't mad at Tech Nine about that at all. I was kind of wondering, like, I felt like there was a ceiling, a roof being put on top of my head.
How many albums, your first, I know you alluded to it on this album, but how many albums altogether did you sell of the Life and Times of Johnny Valiant?
I think we're like past 200,000.
That's crazy.
I think,
independently.
I think. Now I don't want to be wrong. Okay, it's definitely over 150.
Now, and then each time you were dropping, it was like 20. I remember like it was like you were always
and like, then the next thing, I mean, my biggest record is In My Zone with Mike Posner and B.O.B. Thanks to you with the hookup with Mike, and
that was at the time Mike had the #1 song in the country.
That was actually the next.
No, that was the next album.
That was Inside of the Groove, the next album.
Inside of the Groove, yeah. You're right.
But by that time, the relationship was already kind of damaged. So like there was some, not damaged, but there was some rifts going on. And I was in a bad space too. So in Stranger's defense, it's hard for them to go back a guy who's out of his mind. Like you said, sitting here drinking all the time, a wild man. But when In My Zone came out, that's my biggest record to date. No video, no radio. And I just thought that was a missed opportunity.
You thought they could have maybe given it a bigger push.
I mean, it's my #1 record to this day, and with no video. So I mean, if that would have got a push, I'd have been in a lot bigger situation than I am now. But,
I think from the fans that are watching this, I feel like there's a lot of curiosity about just what happened. Like because obviously everybody's got a side, and like you said. You just did Red Rocks with those guys. So it's all fan.
It's hard to talk about it because it's like one of those things where I don't want to make.
You don't want to make it seem like it's a thing
where I'm dissing those guys because I got nothing but love for them. It's not dirty business. It's the business.
Nah, Tech is fams. Travis is fam.
Unfortunately, I had to learn the business through them. I'd be saying the same thing about Interscope or whoever I would have signed with at that time. Because I didn't know. I didn't know, and I didn't know what was how you could bend the rules and what people could get away with, and plus me too. I was out there, rock starring it out. I thought it was cool to walk red carpets with a bottle, but apparently not.
And it's interesting too because you're always as you got your own thing going CNT now.
Yeah.
But for your day one fans, they're kind of associate you with Slim American.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Wolf. Shout out to Yellow Wolf.
Yeah, the newer fans with Strange. Has there ever been? I know when Wolf tried to like officially sign you after the Strange thing, right?
Yeah, after the Strange thing, Wolf was interested in signing me to Slim American. Yeah,
but you were like, I'm doing my own shit.
I had to, man. I've been, CNT was something I've been wanting to do since 1995. So it was like when I signed with Strange Music. The goal was whoever I signed with, when this is done, it's CNT, unless it was just going to be some kind of major label or whatever.
Right.
If there was some kind of major situation. But this has always been a goal of mine. It's not something I was like, yo, I think I'm going to go the independent way. No, this is where the vision is here, but it's just happening now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's strange. And a lot of people don't understand as well. Like, back in 2011 when I was coming out with Slim American and doing some of those White Jesus, the original White Jesus, some of those videos had millions of views. Once I signed to Strange in 2012, no more YouTube money. I couldn't own my own name. I couldn't have my own website. I mean, I just looked a month ago and I had my own website. And I'm like, yo, I got my own website. And I mean, think about how that sounds.
Like you didn't know that.
Like I should have had that. For years.
Oh, like you just got it.
Yeah, I just got my own website. Okay. Like I'm just now owning my name.
Right.
So a lot of people, that builds frustration in its own. You know what I mean? So I mean, all those, you got millions and millions of YouTube views. I don't see a check from that. So basically, I'm starting over. Right now. So I didn't know that when I signed. I did, but I didn't really know how long that would affect me.
Now you had alluded on the project to being like dead ass broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is not long ago.
Not long ago at all.
This is within the last...
Today.
This is today years old.
Yeah. Nah, man. I lost a lot, man. I lost a lot of money, man. When I started getting money, I had to help a friend out of a major situation. And then and that cost me a lot of money.
Some lawyer shit, right?
Yeah, some lawyer shit. And then on top of that, just random people like, yo, man, hey, you can help me out. Once you start, you got a couple $100,000 in the bank. It's nothing to slide somebody 3,000 here. You sign 3,000. Hey, let me get another 3. Sign 3. And next thing you know, it's like 80, 60, 50, 20, 40. So then at the same time I got married and then fighting a case for my buddy and just really, I went out of my way for my friends, and that's what put me in the poorhouse. Along with, and I guess it was supposed to happen because it made me sink down to my lowest, and I got clean and got my shit together. But yeah, I lost a lot of money helping people, and I mean, even from GoFundMe's to just random people. I mean, I was just giving a lot of money out to people trying to help, and now I don't have anything to show for it. And then like literally rehab, I didn't have any insurance, so I had to spend my last $15,000 cash for that. So when I got out, yeah, it was like I had $0. And you know, it's funny because everybody thinks you got it. You know what I mean? And it's like there's money coming in. I make money every month. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's already spoken for.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm in debt. You know, but and I like talking about it because I like to show people out there the reality of it.
For sure.
You know?
I think it's good, man, because like it's people don't hear about that side of this shit.
Nah, not at all, man. I mean, I'm on tour right now. Most tours, I got an unlimited card, and I put everything on that card. So this travel here will be on that card. This travel here will be on that card, and you stack up everything on that card. You pay it off after tour. Well, this tour, I have no card. So every bit of money I got coming in goes right back out. And it's not a pity party. It's me building back up. I dug this hole. So it's time to climb out of it. Yeah, and I'm in great shape to climb out of it.
100%.
Yeah,
it's cool too because like now you're independent, and you know that you finally got the album out, which I know was. Did you record all of it post rehab?
Yes, except for On the Line, Toxic, and Paranoid and High. I re-recorded Toxic and Paranoid and High. On the Line was the same, but those three I wrote before.
And now that you're independent, you're gonna. I feel like, you know, like you said, like we were just talking, like you should just drop every.
Oh man, I got so much music, bro. Like when I did Put a Crown on It, I did enough for 2 albums. So I'm not saying when the second album is gonna drop, but it's gonna drop soon. I already got some dope features on there, and I'm sitting on that. I'm probably sitting on another 25 records just in mine, just sitting in my phone. Plus a project with my boy the North God. Plus. A backpack project with C Lance called Hip Hop 101.
That's the one that we've been talking about for a while.
For 2 years now. I've been sitting
jumping on some boom bap shit.
Yeah. So I might break that up in pieces. So I'm gonna be releasing music from now on just constantly. All my old formula is over.
Now,
so
this is what I was
be ready
say.
for hearing me a lot more.
Speaking of your old formula, this project to me, I felt like it. I miss you getting with like the Nikias of the world,
right?
And having like some background. I just was
the
like
smoothness.
Yeah. Man, I think you and Burn one need to tap back in.
Well, you know what though?
What is he doing, by the way?
Well, I'll tell you what though, Burn. With all due respect to Burn One, I'm like Burn One is dope as fuck. But I've reached out to Burn every album, man. Got beats for him for every album since White Jesus.
It just hasn't.
It's just not the same anymore.
That makes sense.
It's just not the same with us.
Right.
You know, he's dope. And I believe, you know, he's like, yo, if you come sit with me at the studio, I believe we could put something together. Burn One helped me out so much in the beginning with White Jesus.
I mean, you have other producers that you've had a crazy, you know, dynamic with over the years.
Seven. And then Seven dropped off on this project. So this project, I was like kind of like scrambling to get some good production. And I found some good people, man. Shout out to Drum Dummy and the Colleagues, and just
Colleagues are dope.
And tons of other producers on there. But Drum Dummy especially really tapped in and started like, yo, need beats, bam, bam, bam. And it was all like, okay, you got my style.
That's what I need, yeah.
You know my style. And so that really helped out. But man, hopefully, shout out to Burn One. Hopefully we can get back in the same thing.
And now I know there's some unreleased Mike Posner records.
Man, we just need you to make that happen.
I know. There's
Mike,
2 of them. There's 2 of them.
Mike, where you at?
He been walking across the country, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, everybody's like, yo, when you gonna get a feature with Mike? I'm like, man, I think Mike's on something.
We got some in the tuck right now.
Yeah. I do got some dope ass records with Mike, man, that I'm sitting on. So, Mike,
hopefully,
man, give me a call.
Yeah, maybe you guys. I mean, he's sober too.
Hey, I'm down.
Hey, man, you should hit him up.
I'm down to walk half a mile.
He hasn't drank in like a few years. Yeah, Mike's sober.
Mike is the man.
He is.
By the way, just what an amazing dude. Anyway, that guy's crazy.
Put a Crown on It is out now.
Now it's the best album out.
New album coming soon.
Yeah, new album
Already
about to drop when I get home. Whenever I feel like it, I think I'm just gonna find out the right time. Whenever we talk, like I said, I got this album done, went straight on tour. Just want to get back, talk to the distributor, and make it happen.
Are you let's say your best dish? Everyone knows you're a great cook. If you had to prepare one dish to blow fucking someone's Guy Fieri or whoever, what's the dish that Rittz is cooking? What's your go-to?
Man, that's such a hard question, man. That's a really hard one. Either some kind of burger, some kind of tacos, or
you be fucking up the fish tacos.
Yeah, my taco game is strong. My taco game is pretty strong. I've been all around the world eating tacos, and I don't know. I got some pretty strong taco. I think I'm Mexican deep down inside, man, for real. Like, I grew a garden this year, so I was like cooking like crazy. So yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I think though my wife was like, I think this might be a signature dish, just a regular nice crispy skinned salmon with a chimichurri on top and some asparagus with a hollandaise or maybe a poached egg or something like that. Just something nice and French.
Sounds bougie, man.
Yeah. But it's good. I have some. Everything's got a little chili. My cooking thing is sweet heat. So everything I do is sweet and heat.
Yo, I forgot to ask you about the politically correct song.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
That song is, I mean, I do feel like we're in a PC age where it's like,
man,
fuck. Like we go over. Like I remember, I was listening to Marshall Mathers LP on a road trip recently. I was like, fuck, man. Like Eminem would be like canceled if he tried to do this shit now.
Yeah, the fact that there's a word canceled, you could get canceled.
It's terrible.
You get canceled. Yeah,
no, but I think you touched on a lot of shit. Like, yo, if you hit on a chick, like you might get Me Too'd.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're not that attractive, like, fuck around and you could charge for harassment.
Crazy.
Transcend, my manager, he didn't want me to put that song on the album. He was worried about the backlash.
I thought that too. I was like, ooh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was worried. I actually had to go back and re-record some lines too. But he was a little worried about the backlash, but that was the whole point. He was like, yo, why do you need this negative attention? You're coming out with CNT, you're sober, everything's going good in your favor. Why put this out right now? And it's like, that's the exact reason why. Because I wrote it, and I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want to say. I wrote it. That's why I'm putting it out. Because I felt that way. And, we were talking about this earlier in the interview. I had recorded the record like 2 weeks before, and then I watched the Dave Chappelle thing, and his thing was all about not being politically correct.
Yeah.
So it was like, it sounded like I watched Dave Chappelle and then went and wrote the album. I mean, went and wrote the record.
The song, yeah.
Yeah, but now that was dope. But just showing that, when I saw that,
that's a perfect example of the backlash he got. And I'm like, it's comedy.
But you know what? It shows it's in the air. People are getting a little tired of this shit. I can't say that's retarded. I can't say that word. That's retarded. But we could talk about little kids at the border getting separated from their parents because they're Mexican and like little kids crying all day long. We can get all on social media and argue about that. But I can't say. I can't say certain things about a celebrity or certain things about a woman or like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. It's not, I just don't think it's right how the things that we worry about being like, oh, you can't say that. But it's okay to just be told.
Yeah, I always wonder this too. Because, our president is insane. But I always wonder, because obviously you have a lot of fans that are, I would say you have some fans that are probably favorable to our president.
Redneck fans?
Well, fans that fuck with the president, right?
Yeah.
The last album.
Shout out to all you Trump supporters. I don't got nothing against y'all, motherfuckers.
But the last album, obviously, I remember you had a record that dealt with like police brutality.
Yeah. Top of the line, yeah.
On top of the line. That's right.
Yeah.
And then, you talking about the kids in cages and shit. I've noticed that you haven't really, like. Anytime you've ever said something about Trump, did you get any crazy backlash from your fans?
I did. I got it on that song "Spiraling Out of Control." I did on my last album. Not a couple people. I'm sure there were more than I saw because I used to read comments all the time, but now I don't because it just why ruin my day over some dickhead.
Dumb shit.
Yeah,
some dickhead.
you know, saying I can't rap. Like, I read one album review the other day. There was like, yo, there's a dope album review. I was like, C- lyrics. This Kool-Aid flavor. This album would be potato. And it just got me mad immediately. I was like, I should write this motherfucker. And then I had to just immediately calm down. Like, fuck that guy.
Remember that Swag Steve guy we made
up?
Yeah,
Swag. But, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great. But what was the question anyway? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I did get some backlash from that. I had some people like, yo, man, I thought I fuck with you. I don't anymore. Just, it's like, yo, I mean, my thing is this, especially with politics, everybody, I mean, if you're a Trump supporter.
I'm not.
If you were, which he is.
I'm not. He's a liar.
Nah. But he looks like one. But no, I'm just
What
kidding.
the fuck?
A little bit.
What?
Guys, public.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
do an Instagram vote. So anyway, no, I'm just kidding. So it's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Don't put that on me, bro.
So, nah, man. Nah. So yeah. So what were we saying? Something about Kev voting for Trump.
Anyway.
So no.
Put a Crown on It is out right now.
Yeah, put a crown. No. Something about Trump supporters we were talking about though. But either way, I don't give a fuck. Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck like who supports the president or your political views. Does that affect the music? Like,
no, it shouldn't.
It's crazy, man. Today, man, it's wild. It's like that's why when somebody's like, "Yo, I can't fuck with you anymore," it's like, thank you. Please don't listen to my fucking music if you're this stupid. Did not listen to me because of my opinion.
Because of a line on a song.
Yeah, like, do you like ketchup on your burger? Fuck you. Like, like, come on, man. It's ridiculous.
Rittz, thanks for checking in. Go get the album. Put a crown on it.
Go get it. It's the best album out.
And there's the website. What's the website?
The website is ritzmusic.com, ritzmerch.com.
Go buy some shit.
Rittz everything.
You still got the vape cartridges?
Nah, man. You know Trump, man, hitting that vape shit up. He ain't doing that vape shit no more, man. You better get your kids off them jewels. Take a pull off that jewel like they cool in school.
Let's go. Show 93.
Yeah.